In Game 2 of the preseason St. Catharines tournament, the Ironheads were taking on the Niagara Thunderhawks. The Hawks got the first chance on an on-man rush, but Chris Steele squeezed the legs to keep it zip-zip. A few minutes later, off an Ironheads turnover, Hawk one-on-one with Steeltown, and Chris Steele shuts the door. The same scenario happened 2 minutes later, and once again, Mr. Steele comes out victorious and makes the save. At the 10-minute mark, with the Hawks up a man, they would get a point-blank chance in front of the net, and they would make no mistake, 1-0 Hawks. Later in the first, off a nice pick and roll, the Hawks would bury that one to make it 2-0. The Ironheads got on the board with 30 seconds left. James Christoph Fortis sneaks it by the keeper to cut the lead in half. With Tyler Newman in the goal for the second, he gets tested early, making not just one, but two big saves. But on the third one, he couldn't stop it. Hawks take the lead 3-1. Short-handed, off an Ironheads turnover, Niagara finds the back in the net once again to extend their lead to 4-1. The Ironheads caught the Hawks changing, and Luca Dinetta couldn't solve the goaltender, still remains 4-1. On the power play, the Ironheads cough up a big turnover, and the Hawks are off to the races. Newman, just like Steeltown in the first, makes the big save. With seconds left in the period and carrying a Hawk on his back, Brandon Shetty drives to the net but couldn't solve the goaltender. The Ironheads got on the board in the third on the power play. Target Clark snipes the top corner. Let's just look at that one again. A huge snipe for the young man. Great goal by the great man himself. After another turnover resulting in the breakaway for Niagara, Matt Law, just like the two before him, makes the big save to keep the lead within 2. With 6 minutes left, Law makes another huge stop while the Hawks just dance around in front of his net. With the Ironheads pressing, Steve Berger pulls the trigger to snipe a top corner to cut the lead to 1, but that was as close as they would get. The Ironheads dropped their second game of the day 4-3 to the Thunderhawks. Up next are the St. Catharines Spartans.
A lot of hustle out there. They're really working hard, going for ground balls and everything. So that was a key point of how it was really good for my team.
Well, we have a lot of young players this year. So for the most part, size. So normally we have a pretty large squad, but we're gonna have to kind of change things around and use our speed more and really push the ball on fast breaks, especially being a lot smaller. Run faster, try not to get caught up with the bigger defensive guys.
Well, you know, these are preseason tournaments, so we have all our rookies in, all the kids trying out. We still have a lot of kids away at school. So this is really to evaluate the kids that are trying out for the teams. So we're not scoreboard watching. We don't really care who wins and losses in this tournament. So we're just seeing the potential of some of these players and where they might fit into our roster as we need them.